the other serendipitous part, she was at the dog park with my dog, and in the dog park, there was another poster with a QR code saying free pickleball lessons under the bridge right down the street from me. And it was happening the day before my league started.
What are
So,
the odds?
right? It was like everything, the stars aligned for this. So I was
Mhm.
like,
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Pickle Me This. Be sure to subscribe, comment, and like so you'll be notified when new episodes drop every Saturday morning. You definitely don't want to miss them. Also, your support helps other pickleball enthusiasts find us too. Everyone has a story. Hey everyone, welcome to Pickle Me This, and I'm your host Deirdre. And today I'm talking with Nikki, who went from pickleball skeptic to TikTok sensation in less than a year. If you've seen her account, Pickleball Nikki, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She radiates sunshine, and her relatable, down to earth energy has resonated with thousands of people in the pickleball community. But what you might not know is the deeper story behind why she picked up a paddle in the first place. She says it sounds dramatic, but pickleball saved her life. This is a conversation about transformation, community across generations, and finding light when you need it most. Welcome, Nikki.
woo, that made me a little emotional to get
Oh,
started. Wow. That's cool to hear.
so glad to have you. I have been looking forward to this. I think wasn't it even Sean Paul Pickleball tagged me and said somebody
Maybe.
tagged me and said like you need to talk to her. I'm like she was already on my list, so it was like perfect.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love him. He and I just like go back and forth with videos and just yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. I had him on last year. He had reached out to me, and he is like natural storyteller. Like he was
Woo!
so good. He has so many life stories.
So many stories. He like captivates you. He
Mhm.
gets so detailed and he's so you can feel the emotion in all of his stories. I love listening to him. I can listen to him all day.
Yeah,
So fun to
same.
do.
Yeah, same. Yeah, he's very I don't know, like you feel like very safe like
Yes.
talking to him. Is that a good
That's a
word?
great way to put that. No, that's a
Yeah.
perfect way to put that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're best friends.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, it's just like really
yeah.
easy person to talk to.
Yes.
Okay. So, let's start off just getting to know you. I like my
Mhm.
favorite question just to start off with is what was your life like before pickleball? Like what was just going on in your life then?
What is life before pickleball? What is that? Right? Now, I life before pickleball. So, you know, I am a I don't even know if it's self-proclaimed. I think everybody is already workaholic. So I work in the learning and development field, and I have historically in my career just thrown myself into work and taken so much pride in my work, and that's taken over really my life, almost to a fault. And I do really great work and I'm really proud of it. But also I'm like, man, like what's life outside of work even? And so outside of work, that's the majority of my time. I even found myself working on the weekends and like enjoying it. I would like to go to a nice little coffee shop. I know this sounds crazy. I would go to a nice coffee shop where it'd be quiet, Slack would be off, nobody would be, slacking me. I would get so much work done. I'd be like, "Yes, this is amazing. That's a good weekend." Um, so lots and lots and lots of work. Also, besides that, of course, I have my partner, and I would hang out with her all the time. And you've probably seen him make some appearances, but I'm with my dog all the time. That guy takes up my life. I find he's the thing that kind of like broke me away from work a little bit because I'd
Aw.
have to take him for walks, and yeah. So that was pretty much. It sounds pretty boring, and I think it actually is. It was work, partner, dog, and Bravo.
And Bravo. Yes, yes, yes. I'm like, "What's Bravo?" But I know what Bravo is.
Reality
Um,
TV.
okay, so a couple questions. How old is your dog? And what kind of dog is it?
He's a little over 3 years old. He's a pug. He's a, Korean rescue pug, actually. We got him from Seoul,
Mm.
Korea. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah,
Get out of
yeah.
here. Now, how did
Y
you find him from Seoul?
There's an amazing organization out there in LA called Pug Rescue of Korea. They actually bring over probably about 20 or 30 pugs a year, quite a few pugs every
Wow.
year, and we really wanted a pug. Both my partner and I grew up with pugs, and so we were like, "We have to get a pug. We don't wanna buy. How are we gonna find an adoptable pug?" And sure enough, this organization hooked us up. They had an amazing we saw a post on Instagram, and we knew that's our guy instantly. So we actually flew to LA. He flew from Seoul to LA. That's where we met. We got an Airbnb to just kind of like get to know him, and then we flew him back, and that's it.
I love that. Now, how long have
Mhm.
you had him?
We got him when he was 6 months old, so about 2.5 years. Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Rescue dogs are the best. It's the only
Yes.
kind of dog I've gotten the last few rounds.
Yes.
Mine's sitting over there right now looking at me. They're the best. I feel like I don't know if they're just extra appreciative because
I think so.
I don't know.
I
They're
think
just
so. They know that gave them this different opportunity, and they think they feel it, and then, we get to give them a great life. It's great.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. It is so easy to work too much, isn't it? Like, I feel like
Yeah.
I did that for a long time too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh
It's too easy. Yeah. You just kinda
mhm.
get sucked up into it, and, the world we live in, we find so much pride too much pride in our work, and then that becomes our personality, and then it's like,
Totally.
what is life, you know?
Yeah, totally our identity.
Yes.
Absolutely, and then, like, what else do you do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And you're just, like, exhausted after, and you can, like, barely make it to the couch to watch TV, and then you go to
Mhm.
sleep, and you do it all over again.
Yes. Yes. Um, I can totally relate to all of that because I used to do the same, and now
Mm.
I'm 5 o'clock hits, and I'm like, "See ya."
Out out
I'm
out
out.
the
I have
door.
so much stuff to do, including pickleball,
Yeah,
right? I'm like,
exactly.
"Done, done."
That's a good excuse to get away.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let's talk about how pickleball entered your life.
Mm.
What did you think about it before you tried it?
Oh, that is a great question. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I was a pickleball hater. I was never a hater. I had seen it on TV, and it seemed like this thing that people did, like, in the middle, like, I always say in Middle America, like, not here in New York, not I didn't see it anywhere. You see tennis courts. I grew up playing tennis my whole life, and so I always thought, "Yeah, I don't know, that's like, who plays that thing?" And then I heard that it was, like, a noisy sport. I
Mm.
had read stories that communities wanted pickleball out because of the noise violations or whatever, and so I just thought this is, like, probably older people in middle America, or like millennials who are, not either baking bread or playing pickleball. And it wasn't for me. I was gonna play tennis, but tennis is really hard to play here in New York City. You have to pay. Number 1, you have to pay a lot of money to play, and number 2, it's really hard to reserve a court, and then number 3, if you don't know anybody who's playing, you don't got a partner. So you're not playing
True.
tennis. And I tried so hard. I've been here almost 16 years, and I've been trying to find a friend consistently who plays, and they're, like, kinda in and out. Yeah.
So, what brought you to pickleball then? How did
Yeah.
you start playing?
It was such a weird story. So remember I said I was, like, working nonstop,
Mhm.
and I needed a life. I was like, "I gotta do something different," and my partner knew. So I played sports my entire life, just sports in general. I just turned 40, so I couldn't really just go out and play basketball anymore. Like, it's not
Well,
as easy. You can, there's actually courts down the street, but it's just not as easy. And I was having trouble with tennis. I was starting to take some clinics and things, but that was also getting really expensive and just not as easy. And all of a sudden, my partner walks by a bar, the beer garden, Bohemian Beer Garden, very well known place here in Astoria. Walks by a bar, and there's a QR code on the wall with a little on a poster, and it says pickleball here, pickleball league starting like next week or something. And so she took a picture of it and she sent it to me, and she was like, "Would you want to do this?" Like, for me, not for her. She wasn't interested at all, and still is not. And I was like, "Pickleball, that thing, they play it here? What is that?" I was like, "You know what? I'm a tennis player. I could definitely pick up this sport. So, sure, why not?" So, about a week before the league started, I signed up, paid for it, everything, didn't even own a paddle, didn't know the rules. I had no idea what I was doing. And the day before the league started, I said, "I got to figure this thing out." So, I went to Dick's Sporting Goods. I bought myself a $50 paddle, just like first thing I could find, thing that it looked cool actually. Showed up, and the other serendipitous part is that there was another QR code in this story. She was at the dog park with my dog, and in the dog park, there was another poster with a QR code saying free pickleball lessons under the bridge right down the street from me. And it was happening the day before my league started.
what are the
So,
odds?
right? It was like everything, the stars aligned for this. So I was like,
Mhm.
I have to do this because I can't show up to this league never having hit a pickleball before. I don't even know what this thing feels like. So I show up to this, pickleball group under the bridge so reluctantly. I was like, what am I doing? I don't know anyone there. I don't even know who's teaching it. It was a QR code. There was literally no human involved there, communication. So I was like, what am I getting myself into? It was I think I was the youngest person there, first of all. and, I was shocked at how amazing these people were. This group welcomed me instantly. They were all
Aw.
really good, and they just, like I felt like, kind of we were talking about with Sean Paul, like, they made me feel like a friend and part of the group instantly.
I love that.
Yeah, the age ranged from, like, 40 something to, like, 80 something. It was such a diverse group, and the guy who was coaching, who was bringing everybody together, it was pretty incredible. He actually power washed the courts, set up tape and everything in this area that was not supposed to be a pickleball area. It was like one of those wall ball areas, and so it was totally, like, just made up, and we had an amazing time. He really took the time to show me kind of the motions, the swing motions, and I'll never forget, he said, "You're gonna get this immediately." He was like, "You gotta swing. You're gonna be an absolute beast out there." And I was like, "No, man, there's no way." And, we play together all the time now. His name's Rain. He's an awesome everybody in the neighborhood, everybody in the community knows him over here in New York. And, that was it. It was like love at first swing, basically.
Oh, I love it.
And, I went out and I crushed it in the league. My team, I think we came in 2nd place. It was a great, dink and
That's
drink league, and, I haven't looked back since.
Oh my gosh, that's a great story. Now, what made him just give out free lessons?
So he's a coach. He actually does a ton for the New York City pickleball community. He coaches children. He puts on children's like tournaments. He does for all ages, truly all ages,
Oh,
from
really
like
cool.
elementary school to 85 plus year olds and everybody in between. And he's just really focused on building this. He's exactly what pickleball is. It's all about community, and his entire
Mhm.
focus is just introducing people to the game, getting exercise. He told me that I think he lost 40 or 50 pounds or something in, like, a little over a year playing, and
Wow.
so it changed his life, and he wants to be able to do that for other people, and so he just put on an entire free, clinic. It was basically like a clinic/open slash open play, and he just set it up, he and his wife, and it was just to bring people together.
I love people give back like that.
Yep.
Like, no hesitation, right? It brought
Mm,
them joy. They want other people to experience that joy.
and
So
you
was
can see it,
everybody
you can
else
feel it.
there
Yeah.
newbies like yourself, or were they regulars?
No, that was actually the first time they were doing it in that location. They all knew each other, but this entire thing had never been set up in that location before. And also, what's funny was
Oh.
never set up ever again. They actually weren't able to continue it. Yeah. So again,
Aw.
serendipity. That was meant to be in that moment for me. I think. I think Rain did that for me without knowing it. But they all know each other from the community.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you were very nervous to try it.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the nerves. Like, what made it nervous for you?
I just turned 40. I hadn't been playing tennis as much as I would have liked. I played my entire life. I was like an unofficial tennis player. I never played for like officially for school, or
I was
I've
the
never
same.
been coached in that way. And so I had this sort of like, uh-oh, I'm not even a conventional tennis player. Am I going to be able to pick this up? Or am
Mm.
I going to have to am I going to be way behind? What if I don't learn the rules? I had watched actually some TikToks, like, the night before, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so confusing." From being a tennis player, I was like,
So
"What
confusing.
is a
I'm like, "Where's the
kitchen?"
15 love?"
Yeah, exactly, which if you think about it is actually more confusing than
It
pickleball
is
scoring.
actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
but,
Yes.
not stepping in the kitchen or all of that stuff, just I was like, "Whoa." It actually really got into my head the night before,
Mm.
and it's not like I was gonna back out, but it definitely made me nervous.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine that too, and also too, you're showing up with people you don't know, and, like,
Yes.
what if they judge you,
Yeah.
and what if they think you stink? I don't know, all of
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Yes. Yes. So, you mentioned playing with an 80-year-old
Mhm.
and a 13-year-old on the
Mm,
same court.
mm.
Because pickleball is one of those things that definitely spans generations, and
Yeah,
that's, like, actually one of my favorite things about it. So what was it
yes.
like playing with both?
It was one of the most memorable moments just of my life. So, one of the things you'll see this on my platform a lot. I get a lot of the tennis haters like, "Oh, pickleball is so lame. It's not even a real sport," whatever.
Mhm, mhm.
I can't stand that stuff, and first of all, yes, it is a sport, like, no debate there, but you don't realize how beautiful this sport is if you don't give it a try, and the fact that it's bringing so many people together.
Yes.
And so I started off, with the 85-year-old woman, and we were dinking, and we had so many good rallies back and forth where that ball just kept going, and I was like, My legs were feeling it, my back was feeling it because I mean, she had me working for those dinks, and I was like, "Whoa," she's like, "She is on it, she is so good." And then this kid, the 13-year-old, had been playing for less than a month, and he had never played tennis or anything, but he was just so good at just a natural, and so we all kinda just met up on this court to play together as an open play. And they were so encouraging of each other. She was really encouraging of him, he was really encouraging of her, and all of us together, and I'm sitting there, like, practically in tears, just watching
Aw.
back and forth. They weren't even on the same team, mind you, but they were just, like, really hyping each other up, and they became friends. They had never met each other, but they became friends through this sport, and I was like, this is what I love about this sport.
Yes.
This is the exact thing, and sure, once you get to a certain point with duper and, a certain level of competition, I think that it can turn into almost any other sport, but I think what's the reason why it's the fastest growing sport in the world is for this exact reason, for the 85-year-old and the 13-year-old coming together and everybody in between, this
Mhm.
community, this instant friendship that you build on the pickleball courts that's unlike anything else. I've played almost every single sport
It's true.
my entire life, and I have never seen a community like this before.
Yes. Yes. I feel like it is I don't know, there's something about it, like, definitely brings you together with people you might not run into normally in your life.
Yeah,
And then, honestly, I think people crave connection with other human beings. They do. It's just a natural, innate thing that
it
we
is.
all want, right? So as you're playing that game, you are connecting because
Yeah,
there's a lot of time on the sidelines too. Sometimes like waiting for your next play,
yeah.
especially in open play. So it's a great builder, and I've seen those multi-generational friendships start too. And I always like joke with the kids too because I'm like, "Would did you ever think you were gonna be like friends or like friendly with this person so older than so much older than you?" And that they're honest. They're like, "No,
No, never. But yeah,
no."
but now we're hanging, we're just, like, chatting,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, and it's really interesting about that too. I One of the things I like about it is it's very, like, low pressure socialization too,
Yes,
because you can go and just talk about pickleball. You don't even have to talk about life, like, it really is you escape the world for a few
you
minutes
do.
while you're there, and if you wanna elevate this to another level of friendship and start to learn about each other's families or vacations or jobs or whatever, sure, go for it, but you don't have to. So
You
it's
don't
so
have to.
low pressure that it's like, "This is kinda nice."
Yes, it's very, very nice. Oh, I love the friendship, the community aspect of it too.
Yeah,
There's nothing like going on the court knowing you're gonna see these people that you already know. Well, sometimes, right? Even if you could go to a visiting court and it be the same way. People usually welcome you right in anyway. But it's
instantly.
something very nice about going in and just feeling like you fit in there from the
Mhm.
get-go.
Yeah, I was away for a while. I've been traveling a lot, which so I actually just experienced both of what you just said. I was in California, I was in Portugal, and both of those places I played pickleball, and I was welcomed into these communities instantly in both. But the other side of it is when I finally got back, I went back to my home court and our morning breakfast club group that I play with almost every day. I came back to hugs and high fives and
Mhm.
like I was like, "Oh my god, I'm home." It felt
Right?
so good.
It
Yeah.
felt so good that everybody's so happy to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to us about Portugal. I wanna hear more about
Ooh.
that too, because as I follow your TikTok account, I'm like, "Look at these videos she's posting." And also, is pickleball I heard pickleball is not such a big thing in Europe. Is that not
Not
true?
at all. So I had to reach out to the courts, the facility there, and it's technically a padel facility that has
Mhm.
one pickleball court in there. And because it's an up and coming sport, it's a new facility, so they put in one pickleball court, but padel is king there. And so I reached out to them and it was like, "Do you do open play? What do you do?" So they actually put me in a WhatsApp group. So that's how I met the community.
Okay.
I said, "I'll pay for the court, just show up and play, like, whoever wants to join," and they did, and they were awesome. They were so cool, and the court was beautiful. The facility was so, like, cool, like, underground looking sort of
Mm.
thing, like a club or something. It was really cool, it was just in the most beautiful neighborhood. It felt so Portuguese, and And the folks were mostly the folks I play with were mostly from there, and they want pickleball to grow. So they were really excited that,
Ah.
that I was coming. And so that was in Lisbon. And then I went to Madeira for a few days after that and was hoping to do the same, hoping to find a pickleball court. Not a single pickleball court on the island. Not one single one. It's a very populated place. That's where Cristiano Ronaldo is from. It's like very, very populated. And there's padel everywhere. Not a
Mm,
single pickleball court.
wow.
So I had to play padel.
I would say, how was that? Did you try it? I haven't tried it yet, and what did you think?
I loved it, actually. I was exhausted. It's such a different it's the ball is more dense than a tennis ball. So
Mm,
and it was also a lesson, it wasn't actually an official game, and I thought it was great. I didn't have that instant love of it the
mm,
way that I did with pickleball. Something about it just wasn't quite as satisfying in that same way, but I've played racquetball, I played, like, just,
right.
badminton, I like racket sports in general, so I will definitely play again.
Yeah. I haven't played it yet, but I don't know if I'll like it because I remember playing racquetball a lot, but I'm
Mhm.
not into, like, spinning around. I think
There's a lot there's a lot of that.
it would get me a little tipsy-turvy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah,
"Woo."
it's definitely a different motion than you don't necessarily have to hit it off the wall and spin, but it's like a totally different, like, swing mechanic.
Yeah. Now, did you plan your trip to Portugal as a way to go play pickleball other places, or you just planned it and then took your paddle?
No, my partner and I try to travel as much as we can. We travel a lot, and, this was our sort of last major trip of the year, so, like, our final hoorah, and so the trip was 0 to do about pickleball, nothing to
Okay.
do with pickleball, and, she reluctantly was like, "Yeah, go ahead, take the morning off, go ahead, we can go sightseeing later, you can go." And she got a massage while I was playing padel, so it worked out fine,
That
but
works out fine,
yeah, it
yeah.
worked out fine. I came back completely drenched in sweat, she was, like, totally relaxed, it was fine, it's vacation. But yeah, I was like, if I'm gonna be here, I have to experience this. It's part of
Mhm.
for me, part of my vacation now, so it was
Yes.
really cool.
Yes. I need to start packing my paddle for more like, when I go on trips. I don't think of it sometimes. Let's talk about your transformation, right? So you had mentioned, that pickleball saved your life, and not
Mm,
sounding dramatic, right?
mhm.
That's pretty powerful, though. So can you share what that's about?
Yeah, yeah, I say that, I tell people this all the time, and again, not to sound dramatic, but it's so true. I mentioned the work stuff earlier, I was a workaholic, and that was really tough for me to sort of I've been for years actually trying to work myself out of that. I've been, working with a therapist to try to get out of this work-only mentality, and so there's that, that was weighing me down. Um my dog has separation anxiety, and
Mm,
so I can't and specifically with both me and my partner, but especially with me, and so I can't really leave the house very easily. There's, like, a whole system that we have to have for me to leave the house. So for 2 years 2 years of having this dog, I spent almost all of my time with him. I was, like, not seeing my friends. I couldn't even go to, like, brunch unless I brought him with me. People would
oh,
know that I would bring
wow.
him to my office, like, he's with me all the time. And so I just didn't have any sort of life or freedom anymore. There was that. And then I'm also my entire life since I was a kid, actually, I've been a very political person. I'm from Texas, and not to dive too far into that, but just the political world has been insanely nutty over the past few years, and I got into a really, really dark space with that. I mean, just I went into a sort of tailspin in the wrong direction and was hitting I would say, I mean, I felt like a shell of a person. I
Mm,
wasn't going outside unless I was walking my dog. I was inundated on TikTok with politics, everything, my feed, my partner, if her phone was dying, she would grab my phone to use TikTok, and she'd be like, "Your TikTok is so awful. Where's the fun dancing videos and cat videos and things? Because it's just straight up politics." It was too much, and I
yes.
couldn't I couldn't break from it, and it wasn't until I started playing pickleball, I actually I changed my algorithm to only find pickleball TikTok. I was able to completely shift my algorithm to get out of politics and I would watch hours of pickleball TikTok when I started playing to, like, learn more about it. I loved it so much. And then I all of a sudden I felt this light. I felt
Mhm.
lighter, I felt energized, I felt just so different. And I hadn't recognized myself before, and I was starting to recognize myself again.
Mm.
I was back to myself, my happy self, where I find light and joy and happiness and everything. That's who I am at heart, and I
Yeah.
wasn't that person for a while. And I was able to get out of that social media, that negative social media spin into a very positive one, and I was learning a lot and I was really into it. And then I was playing a ton, so it got me out of the house. And altogether, it wasn't I didn't even realize it until one day I was talking to my dad on the phone and he said, "You sound really happy."
Aw.
And I was like, my dad doesn't say things like that. He's a dad. He's a
Oh.
typical dad. Yeah, yeah. He doesn't comment on emotions. He asked me how, school and work are. Like, that's about it. But when he said that, I was like, oh my gosh, it's because I am. I am so happy. I feel it. And it just that was the moment that it hit me that things were in a much better direction, and that kind of led into my pickleball TikTok account, to continue that rhythm, that flow, that good groove that I was in, and it really kind of inspired me to maybe do that for other people as well, or at least share my story, and, I truly feel that the direction I was heading in was really I would go so far as to say almost borderline dangerous, like, it wasn't a good direction, and it was that QR code that my partner found that completely changed my life.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I do believe that social media can take you down really bad rabbit holes, and it's so easy to go down one way, right? And it's like
Yep.
just start seeing all the negative things because
Mhm.
there's enough to see, right? So there's enough
More than enough. Yeah.
enough to see. So then you get just like stuck in
Yeah.
those moods, you know. But let me tell
Mhm.
you, I every time I watch a video of yours, and I'm not exaggerating, I feel like it totally radiates happiness
Oh,
and such a
that's
like seriously.
awesome.
I'm like she seems fun, right? Fun and like happy go lucky, and so complete opposite of the path you started going down. So,
Oh,
I just
that
wanna say that.
that makes my day because that's exactly who I
Mhm.
am. Because that's so much who I am. In my past, I've dealt with people thinking that I was fake, that there was something off with
Yeah.
me, where they're like, "This can't be real. This isn't you all the time, is it?" And then they find the more time they spend with me, they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is actually you."
Social media needs more happiness and more positive accounts, right? And just like you were saying earlier, like you start getting this like these hate comments sometimes.
Yeah,
I it always makes me wonder why people have to go out of their way to post a negative comment.
exactly. All you have to do is just scroll. Just keep
Just
scrolling.
keep
Why
scrolling.
take the time? Although here's my perspective on this though. I have a very strong perspective on trolls for as a content creator. Come on, trolls. I love it because every time you comment, that's engagement.
Yes. That's a great way to look at it for
Yeah.
sure. Because sometimes you can start looking at some of this stuff and just like start shaking your head. And I
Yeah.
sometimes I've wanted to delete it because I don't want other people to read it and see it
That's
there.
fair. That's
But
totally
then
fair.
you get penalized for doing that too. So I just like let it be and
Yeah.
just like them, right? I just scroll. I just don't
Yeah.
don't engage back.
Yeah.
Um, but it is interesting people and what they comment on.
I
It's
just think they thrive on misery, and it makes me
Mhm.
really bummed to hear that. I want again, I just, I'm like, "Just be happy."
My
Yeah.
mom always would say, and over again as we were growing up, "If you have nothing nice to say nothing
Mm.
at all."
Mom
That's
was
how
right.
that's how
Mom
I was
was.
raised.
Yep, yep.
Um, mm, how did the people around you react as this transformation happened?
Yeah. Thankfully, so supportive. My parents are, I think, part of the reason why I am the way I am. So they live in Florida, and I don't really get to see them very often. And so we communicate. We talk on the phone at least once a day, if not more. I'm
I
like
love
practically
that.
with my parents all the time. Yeah, and we send like my partner and I send them photos. Their grandson dog is like always on their phone and FaceTiming and everything. So they loved that I got into this thing. They were very supportive and they're also very uplifting. Like they want to see all my replays. They want me to
Oh,
record footage of me and they'll watch the whole game. They'll watch every single thing and then they'll ask me questions. When you did this, is it because of this? Whatever. So we make like a whole conversation of it. So they're super supportive. The most supportive person in this entire thing is my partner. Like, I am so thankful because she didn't have to be. I spent a lot of time on this,
Mhm.
and she is so encouraging. She's also kind of my social media manager, so you can actually thank her for a lot of it.
Aw.
She's so good at it. She is so good at social media that she's really like, "Wait, when you did this thing, maybe you should try this other thing," or she sends me, like, TikTok trends or anything like that, and so, I love when she sends me TikTok trends because it shows me that she's into it, and, she doesn't care about pickleball. She doesn't care anything about pickleball. Matter of fact, she don't really like it. She doesn't like sports at all. She'll never I don't know, I shouldn't say never. I've gotten her to at least say maybe she'll play. But the fact that she's even bought me a paddle. I have a video about it. She
Mm.
surprised me with a boomstick, not just any paddle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. That was a big one. That was a big moment. Almost made me cry. Actually did make me cry. And
Rightfully so.
yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." But the effort that she didn't have to put, right? She didn't have to take that time, um, and for everybody, just her family, everybody around me, my coworkers coming out to play with me in San
Mm.
Francisco because they support me so much, and it's just been incredible. All the people around me have just been so lovely and so wonderful, and, I got my first pickleball ornament the other day. A friend of mine got me a pickleball ornament, which tells me that I feel like that's my next level, that, like, there's levels in your pickleball obsession, and when people start getting you gifts like little tchotchkes and things, I feel like that's, like, next level, so I'm there.
It's true.
Yeah.
My youngest daughter got me a pickleball t-shirt one Christmas. It was the ugliest pickleball
Yeah,
t-shirt.
they're
It was
terrible.
like one of those $5 ones you would get at, a
Yeah,
touristy shop. It was terrible. And
yeah.
she's like, "But it's pickleball." I'm like, "Yes, pickleball, but not
But
this one."
also, whew, man,
I'm like, "I'm
yeah,
not wearing that
don't wear it
shirt."
to bed. Yeah. Yeah,
So you have 2 social media accounts.
I do.
So your content's taken off, like I think it is. Do you feel it, and how do you feel about it?
I do feel it in a weird way. It's, like, strange to admit that, but I love this community so much. I make videos about how much I love the community all the time because the friends that I've made, like Noisy Pickleball, like, he and I just have conversations. We'll just, like, DM each other and have conversations, like, we're friends, like, texting, and then we'll be like the other day, he was like, "Alright, I'm gonna go get some pizza." Like, ended the conversation like that, and I was like, we just had a whole conversation just straight up about pickleball. And, the things that people have sent me, I've now gotten to a point where I'm starting to get things from brands, and that's
Oh, heck yeah.
yeah, that's next level. I just signed, as an ambassador with, Aereo Sports, and their paddles are incredible. I just happened to meet them in San Jose and just, like, clicked with them. They liked my content, and so I feel like a sliver, a 0.0001% of success feels like something to me. But
Mhm,
all of that aside, it's really the engagement. The same people when I start to see the same people commenting on my videos, the comments that they leave are like truly, I guess I get emotional easy. I'm a Cancer, so maybe that's why, but
oh, me
I
too.
yeah, there you go, so you get it, and, like, people like, somebody one time talked about me being a great storyteller, somebody talked about how they love
Mhm.
watching my videos, somebody left a comment that they, love watching my videos every day, and I was like, "You watch my videos every day? Like, what is that?" I was like yeah, I just get, like, giddy and I just it, like, fuels me, like, I wanna make not just videos, I wanna make videos that are interesting, that are
Mhm.
exciting for people. I wanna do like, it just makes me wanna do more, and it's so I feel so lucky that it's something that I love. I
Yeah.
love this sport. I love, doing this, and so, yeah, it's a lot of work. It is way more work than I would even like to admit. I know you get
Yes.
that. Yeah, especially with a
Yes.
podcast, right? But just seeing the comments that people leave, and then, like, making friends with the other influencers, and the other day, somebody was having a hard time, they had left a comment about having kind of a hard time with some stuff, and I talked through them in the comments, and at the end, they were so thankful, and then they followed me. I was like, I didn't care about the follow, I cared that they left me a message that of how, thankful that was, and I was like, "That is why I do this, it is
Mhm.
so awesome."
That's awesome. It
Yeah.
sounds like you're a natural helper and connector to me.
I am a connector. Actually, it's funny you say that, because I work in learning and development. I can't remember which there's so many of those, like, tests,
Yes, yes.
right? Yeah. One of them is a connector.
Yes,
That
yes.
works.
I recognize a fellow connector.
Oh, there you go.
Let's talk about memorable moments on the court.
Mm,
Personally, What's like the most memorable match that sticks out in your mind, or any
Ooh.
moment?
The first thing that comes to mind is I actually went undefeated for the first time the other night. I beat a couple of players that have actually won tournaments that I was in before, and so playing against them and winning,
Heck yeah.
like, made me feel, yeah, like, even though it wasn't an official tournament, so there was that. But I guess the most sort of, like, life memorable was taking my coworkers out to the pickleball courts in San Francisco. So the fact that they kind of were like, I felt like they were just kind of playing along, like, yeah, Nikki likes to do this, so why not? We all took a Uber out into the middle of nowhere, Treasure Island in San Francisco, and it was such a cool place. And the laughter, I could literally just post a video of laughter the entire
Yes, you need
time and
to.
smiles, right? Like, truly, they were having and high fives and, like, but they were serious. They were, like, really trying to get into it. They started getting by the end of it, I stepped off the court and let them sort of rally together, and I was so impressed. I was like, one of them had played tennis before, the other one had, like, never picked up a racket, and they were
Mm.
able to go back and forth, and so I felt accomplished as a coach to some extent, but I was so happy to introduce them to this thing that made them so happy. And then the first thing that they say as soon as we were out of there is, "When are we gonna play again?" And
Aw,
yeah, and so
yeah.
now that we're back here in New York, one of my team members is like, What are we gonna do? When are we gonna play again?" So I gotta get him back out on the court. But, introducing people to the game and seeing that joy in real time was, like, unforgettable.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. What's the funniest thing that's happened to you during a game?
The funniest thing that's happened to me during the game. Oh, man. Probably the funniest thing that ever happened was this one guy after I played. I love playing against men and just, like, embarrassing them,
Yes.
and just crushing them. It's, like, my favorite thing. But this one guy told me that I'm so powerful that I was scary. That he's like, "Your
Love it.
shot is so scary." I was like, "Okay, I'll take that." And the girl started
Yeah.
laughing, and I was like, "Okay, that's cool." But yeah,
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yep. No, that's great. Embarrassing moments on the court, or like that kind of make you laugh now?
Um, embarrassing moments. Um, it wasn't really embarrassing for me. It was embarrassing for me to some extent because I was the one who did it, slamming the ball, unfortunately, maybe a little too hard, hit a guy, and he went down, and I hit him
Mhm.
where he shouldn't have hit him, and I felt so bad. I turned bright red because I was just like, "I swear I did not mean to do I would never wanna hurt somebody." He was, it was just like a TV show. If we had
Mhm.
gotten a replay of this, it looked like it was, like, meant for the camera. Everything about it was just so perfect, for that, but I felt so bad. I felt so embarrassed, and he was fine. He got up and played, and I think I beat him, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Which made me
Yeah.
feel even worse.
It's hard when you hit anybody, I feel bad, you feel
Yeah.
bad, right? But then something like that too, like, you're just like, "I didn't see it, I didn't see it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see where he hit you, I promise, I promise."
Exactly, just until he just, like, tumbles down to the ground, and you're like, "Oh, I think I know." Yeah.
Uh, Pickleball pet peeves, what are yours?
It's funny that you say that because I actually have a couple of videos about pickleball pet peeves because I think I might have a lot. I'm starting to learn about myself, and I'm like, do I just have a lot of pet peeves in life? I'm like, because I'm racking them up. The ones that I posted two at least, where it was like one about like screwball serves against beginners, or like they're advanced in,
Um,
like rec play, and I'm like, cut it out. You're really good, so like stop it. Stop messing with these people who can't return it. What's the point? Right? It's rec play. Let's just play. And then the other one was about, targeting. I can't stand targeting in general, but especially
targeting.
not in rec play, yeah. But I would say my newest one is probably loud and clear. I hear it from the community. Unsolicited feedback. Get out of here with that. Out, out, out. I can't stand it. Um, I've had people like, talking to me and coaching me as we're playing, and I've actually had to tell them to stop, where I'm like, "My brain can't process you talking to me like that much."
Yep.
Like, if you say balls, it's like, "Out," or "Mine," or whatever, fine. But if you're like, "Move over," like, while I'm trying to hit the ball, I can't. But they take it a step further, and then, like, between every single point, they got something to say about my shots, and it's significantly worse, and I swear it's only ever from the people who are worse than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And then also too, people start doing that to me, I find that I do worse. They're getting
Yeah.
the opposite effect that they
Yes.
want because
Yeah.
now I'm trying to figure out why they keep saying this to me. And then
Mhm.
I'm part of me is like, am I messing up? And then I'm like trying to it's bad. It's all bad.
Yeah.
I'm
It
like,
gets into
just
your
don't say
head.
anything.
I
Uh-huh.
get frustrated, and I'm just like, "Shut up. I can't stand it. I can't
Yes.
stand it." Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty universal for sure.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you ever feel like, because sometimes I want to give somebody like a tip, especially like a
Mm.
newbie, maybe like on the serve, if I see something where like just to help them get better, but then sometimes I just zip it because I
Mm.
don't want to cross that line? Do you feel that ever?
I actually do. I'm very conscious about that because I, especially working in training, like in life, I am a natural teacher in that way, and so I want to. However, because of my career, I've actually learned how to give people feedback. Like I'll ask them, like, "Hey, I noticed a couple of things. Do you want the feedback? Do you care about the coaching?" I would like, no offense if you don't, totally fine, but I would love to share if you would want. And then almost every single time they're like, "Yeah, absolutely." And then I've had people, like, come back to me and thank me for that. And I guess I've also only been playing since June. We're in November now, so it's only been a few months. And
That's crazy.
yeah, 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 I'm pretty new. And, I almost feel like I haven't earned my stripes yet to be coaching people. That's the other part of it. I feel like a little imposter syndrome to some extent, but I typically will end up zipping it because I don't wanna be that person.
I like that approach though. Hey, I noticed a couple of things. Would you like
Yeah,
some tips on that?
yeah.
Yeah.
People are
And
typically very appreciative of that.
yes, and I feel like your tone of voice and like your approach at all of it wraps in together on whether or not people will want to hear it or not. Definitely not mid play. Oh gosh, no.
No, not mid-play. It will be at essentially when we're done,
Mhm.
maybe between games depending, like, if there's enough time.
So you mentioned we talked a little bit about Portugal
Yeah,
and traveling. You mentioned traveling the world to play pickleball. Is that a future aspiration of yours?
it is. It is, yeah. I just started these social media accounts just over 2 months ago, so I'm still relatively new in the
That's crazy
game.
to me too. I feel like I don't mean to cut you off, but I feel like I've been seeing you for months. How can it only be 2 months?
I think I have, like, 150 videos or something on there. That's probably why I make a lot of content.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I just started, and I started with, like, 0 expectations, no real intentions, just kind of doing it for me and for fun.
Mhm.
And that has since shifted, but I don't wanna create a coaching account. I don't wanna create a tutorial account. I think there's so many different aspects of pickleball that people wanna learn about. It's, like, more of the lifestyle of it. I love meeting people and interviewing people and sharing their stories and,
Mhm.
all of that. But my greatest aspiration someday is I would love to travel the world. I would love to get pickleball all around the world and see the different courts and introduce people to these courts and me personally play. I love travel. Does that's like for me and my partner, that's the thing that brings us together more than anything. And I love all aspects of different communities because then you get to meet people from all over the place. It's not
Yes.
even just about the game or the location. The pickleball community is so welcoming. So
That'd be really cool, right? Combining your 2 favorite things,
yes.
traveling and pickleball.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
what could
exactly.
be better?
What could be better? What could be better? Maybe somebody paying me to do it? I don't know.
Yeah, that
That could
might
be
happen.
better.
Like, look, you say people are already reaching out to you, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah, you never know. If anybody wants me to come do a court review, I'm happy to go. I'm happy to travel there, so,
So
yeah, you
what's
never know.
what destinations next on your list? Like, or what's your top 5 places to go?
So I really the you know, it's actually primarily so far in the United States. Like, I've seen some insane courts in Calabasas that look
Mm.
crazy. Utah is apparently a big
I wanna go
pickleball
to
hotspot.
Utah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then you get the hiking and the pickleball too. I love
Mhm.
hiking in Utah, so that'd be nice. Um, I would probably wanna go to Asia, maybe Japan,
Mm.
or let's see, what was Vietnam, I think has a massive pickleball community.
Get out of here.
Yeah, 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 it's getting very popular in Asia, so I'd love to do that.
Huh.
Japan is actually on our radar, for a trip, so that's why I say that is, that's potentially maybe in the next year or 2 for my partner and I, so, um, I just pack up my paddle and let's go, but, I also travel a lot for work, I travel a lot for work, and so every city that I go to for work, I'm already looking at pickleball courts.
That's
I'm like,
great.
before I get to work, I'm gonna go play for a couple of hours, see the courts, do a review, get to meet the people, all of that. Texas is on the list, Chicago. Um, would really like to get to there's some new really cool looking courts in Boston. So honestly, like the world is your oyster with this stuff. I wanna
Yes.
go everywhere.
Yes, absolutely, and I like that work will pay for some of those trips and
That's
get
a
other
way
ones.
to do it. That's a good way to do it. I'm not mad about that.
Like, you're already there. You just go before your work day starts, or maybe
Yeah.
even after, or both,
Or
you know?
both sometimes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My work days start pretty late. I work with retail teams, and so luckily the stores don't open until late, so I'm like 8 to 10
Oh,
or 7 to 10, I'm gonna be on the pickleball courts.
even better, yeah.
Yeah.
The hardest part too is I wish I could just go play for an hour. It's hours never enough for me.
No. Nope.
So I need like 2, 3, 4 hour spans, and they're sometimes hard to come by, you know?
Yeah. That's so funny that you say that. This morning, I foolishly had scheduled some internet maintenance at, like, a weird time in the morning, and I wasn't gonna have quite enough time to play, and my partner was like, "Well, you could get an hour in." And I was like, "No, I can't. I'm gonna go all the way there, and I'm only gonna" I was like, "I'm not gonna come home. I'm gonna miss the internet guy. I'm not gonna
Exactly.
come back." Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not enough time. I love that you just said that.
Mhm. It's not enough. Like, I wish it was. Like, it's just not enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will tell me to just go for an hour, and I'm like, "An hour? Hour's
Mm-mm.
nothing.
Mm-mm. I
It's
mean,
not
if
enough
I
time."
have to, I will, but, like,
Right. Right.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
have seen some people drop in for a game or 2 and then leave, and I'm like, "How? How can you
I
do
don't
that?" I
understand it.
can't do that. I don't have enough discipline to just leave.
No, I mean, I'm the opposite. I'm the one who's like, "One more game." Like, as soon as somebody says,
Same.
"One more game," I'm in trouble because 'cause I'm staying for that game and probably another.
Same.
Yeah,
Like, I rarely leave the courts when I think I'm gonna leave.
exactly, exactly.
I try to
Yep,
tell myself I'm gonna, because usually there's always some to-do list or something I have going on, so I'm
yep.
like, "Oh, I'll only stay to 7 tonight," or I'll only it doesn't happen.
At
So,
least you know that about yourself, because
it's
like,
true.
if you didn't, then everybody else would be annoyed, but, like, as long as you know that about yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. My whole family still lives up in New York. My brother, my sister, and stuff. Um, so if I come to New York, I'll let you know too, for
Come
sure.
on up. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. If you come
Yep.
in the spring, we can play at Woolman Rink right there in Central Park. It is the most beautiful courts ever.
Is that the one like that I see pictures of, like so many courts? Oh, I
14
do want to
courts.
play there.
Yeah, 14 courts, which is a lot for New York. It's not a lot for other places, but for New York, it's massive. But it's
Hmm.
right in Central Park, in the heart of Central Park, with the skyline or like with the, sky rises right behind you. It is just incredible. It's
Oh, that
awesome.
sounds pretty.
Mhm.
Pretty. Um, I talking about pretty courts. I hear that Utah. You had mentioned it too.
Yeah.
Was I heard those courts are amazing because the mountains are in the background. Like, it's just really really pretty to play there, and the community is really great. So I'm like,
Yes,
that's definitely on my list. Um,
that's
um.
beautiful.
All right, let's have like 2 questions to wrap up.
All right, let's do it.
Um, Tell me how you describe yourself to someone who's never met you. What should they know about you and your pickleball account?
Yeah. That I this is actually me. Everything that you get is truly me. I am a lot of fun. I love life. Like I just get so easily excited. I have a little pug and he gets so excited about everything. He's like the happiest little guy walking around, trotting around. And I feel like he is truly my son because we're the same. I get so excited about food, about, travel, about music, about everything. Like I find joy in life and it's all 100% real. So that's what you're going to get on my account, and take it or leave it. I like it. I think it's fun.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
that's the way it should be. And
Yeah.
you and your dog probably feed, and like your energy feeds off of each other, you
We
know?
do. We do. And we're also really great nappers together. Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing like snuggling up with a
Yeah.
doggy. It's the
Exactly.
best. If you could go back and talk to yourself from
Mm.
earlier this year, right before you started playing, what would you tell her?
Oh man, what would I tell her? I would say lean into it. It's going to be a wild ride and have some fun with it. And And if I could, honestly, this sounds crazy, but if I could, I would have said start playing sooner.
Mhm.
Like, I'm jealous. I wish I could go back to like even pre-pandemic time when pickleball was just barely hitting the scene. Like, I hear stories of other people who were playing back then, and I'm so jealous.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm getting in on a good time, but I wish I'd been playing forever at this point. You're gonna be in the best shape of your life. You're about to turn 40 and you're scared of turning 40, but this is actually gonna be a turning point in your life where things are gonna change for the better and you're gonna have an amazing ride. So lean into it and have some fun.
Aw, I love that too. And hey, you have so many years left ahead for pickleball, you
Oh,
know?
yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
57 and I started playing, what, 3 years ago, so 54. So you're already, 14 plus years on me. So that's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, I think it doesn't matter when you start, like, I feel like we're all gonna be playing for so long together, and I, like, look forward to us all being in, like, our 80s playing together.
Yes, I hope so. Well, Nikki, thanks so much for
Oh,
coming on,
thank
chatting
you
with
so much for
us.
having with me. This is like I could do this all day. I could just
I
like,
know.
cameras rolling or not, let's just talk about pickleball, just chat because this is so much fun. Thank you so much.
Of course. I will tag her account in the description of the podcast so people can find you really easily too.
That sounds amazing. Thank you for doing that.
Awesome. Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next time when a new episode drops each Saturday. If you like this episode, be sure to leave us a like, and we'll see you out on the courts. Bye.